Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. My name is Graham, and welcome to my show. And today we have a never-seen-before guest. Usually when we do these confronting sort of videos, because I'm going to confront you very shortly, it's millennial money. And those are great, but today we're switching it up a little bit. We have someone from Glamour. We've never done this before, so this is brand new, from an episode called How a 20-Year-Old Stylist Making $40K in Downtown LA Spends Her Money. Wait for it. Glamour. So, Molly, welcome to the Graham Stephan Show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
This is really funny, actually, because I've been watching your YouTube videos for like 7 months.
So before you filmed?
Before I filmed. And then they reached out to me and I was like, oh, this is funny. If I did it, I'm sure he would like hate on me. And now it's just funny sitting here.
How do they find you?
I don't know. They just sent me an email. I think from like Instagram, social media. I'm not sure. I guess they have just like casting people searching around.
So what was then your reaction with my video? Because I think I was reading the comments of your video and someone was like, oh, if Graham sees this, and you're like, and by then I had already filmed the video because I don't watch the video, I don't read the comments until afterwards. So it's not like I'm planning this out. Just by random chance.
Oh, dang. So you're on it. No, it's funny because I knew going into it, I'm like, I'm not the best with money, but I was like, I don't know, this seems like a fun feature to do. I watch them, so I'm like, I'm just going to do it. And then when I was like, oh gosh, Graham's probably going to do it, I was like, oh, he's going to hate on me.
So what was then your reaction watching my video?
No, honestly, like anything kind of like rude or something that, you know, I mean, I'm not good with money necessarily. So I was like, anything rude, it's probably good advice. Like, you know what you're doing.
So the first thing I want to ask you, $10,000 in student loans. It was a big one.
Yeah.
How much are you paying towards that?
Okay, so I actually just graduated like 6 months ago.
Okay.
Because I went to year-round school. I graduated high school about 2 years ago. Went straight into college for year-round school at FITM for fashion design in downtown.
How much is FITM? Is that expensive
like
school?
$40,000 a year, but I got
$40,000 a year.
I got a lot of scholarships because I was on this show, Project Runway Junior.
What do they teach you at FITM though? That's $40,000. For those that don't know, it's the Fashion Institute of Design
and Merchandising.
I was about to say that. Okay, so FITM. What do they teach you for that much money?
I mean, they have a lot of different majors. They have like fashion design majors. I guess it's just like anything you want to do to get into the fashion industry. It's a school to go to.
Okay. So the next one I got to talk to you about is the candles. Did we quit the candles, or we're still doing the what is it, $27 a week?
Okay. So I love candles because they just like create such a vibe and everything. And I was like, you know what? I love candles, but I still keep buying them. But
and how much do you spend per candle?
They're about $25 from Bath & Body Works. Sometimes they have sales, though.
Okay. So let me do this. I actually did bring this specifically for the video. So hold on. So this was a completely last-minute decision here. But we have two candles that I brought here. One is expensive. One is not expensive. Can you tell me which one is the expensive candle and how much you think these candles are worth?
God, I feel like I'm going to choose the wrong thing. Okay, this one obviously looks way nicer to me, and it's way cuter, and I feel like this is like $25. And I feel like this is like $5.99. Okay.
So this was a bit of a trick question here, okay?
Yeah.
This one I think was like $5 or $6.99. So this one you're right. This one was about the same price from Ross, believe it or not. So there you go. So this is how you get candles for really cheap, is you go to Ross and you get them for like a fraction of the cost. This looks like...
No, that actually looks like an Anthropology, like the $30 Anthropology. That's what I'm saying.
This looks like a $100 candle. Now, another thing I'm curious about, because you had mentioned you had taken an Uber here. You don't have a car in LA.
I don't have a car.
How do you get around?
I Uber or Lyft everywhere.
How much is that? Because was that mentioned in the Glamour thing?
I don't even think they mentioned that.
I don't think they did.
I don't even think they asked.
Because that's probably the most expensive.
Okay, here's the crazy thing. Yeah. I Uber to work every day in Culver City, so I spend $20 there, $20 back each day, every day.
You're kidding me right now.
No.
This is unscripted, by the way. Like, I don't even know this. Why? Do you realize how much money that's costing you versus getting... Are you planning to get... Tell me you're planning to get a car and you're, like, looking right now, right?
I don't know. Okay, I just got my license, like, a year ago because, I don't know, I just wasn't interested in it.
Okay.
And I'm, like, scared to drive because I don't know.
That's $200 a week just to get to work and back. That's it. Times that by 4. That's $800 a month. That's just to work and back. That does not count you going and
nice
going to shopping.
Car you could get for that.
For $800 a month,
you
can...
that's just work. Oh
yeah.
My gosh. I probably spend like $1,200 a month on Uber.
Okay, so for $1,200 a month, just so you can know, just to put it in perspective, you can lease a competition package, brand new M3 BMW. Or for $1,150 a month, you can lease a BMW i8 on Swap-A-Lease, believe it or not. But you got to think too, how much does that decrease what you're making at your work? Because you have to think
true.
$40
and I don't
a
have
day.
A big salary. Like my new job, I make about $45,000 a year at this job. I do a lot of freelance, but that's not a lot.
No, but 45. Let's call it 45 is probably 37
after taxes.
Yeah. Divide that by 12 is 3,000 something a month. A third of your income goes towards Uber at this point. That is. Not to mention, then another third of your income goes towards candles. So.
And then do you want to know where the other third goes? I just got a new apartment. I'm getting ready to move there, and it's $3,000 a month. But I'm splitting it with my boyfriend.
Why did you need a new apartment?
Well, we didn't want to live in downtown, so we're moving to Culver City.
Did you? Okay, so my recommendation was that you not move to the west side and move further east because you would, for the same price, get triple or quadruple the space.
No, it's true.
I don't even live in... The crazy thing is, you technically live in a nicer area than I do.
I do.
I don't live in Culver City. The funny thing is, I have a home in Culver City, and I rented it out, so I wouldn't have to live there and tie up all that money. Because your downtown place, just for context, this studio is about a little bit over 400 square feet.
Double... Wait, this studio is 400 square feet?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's the size of my apartment.
That's what I was saying.
I guess it feels smaller because it's not like broken up by the little, oh my gosh, this is literally.
Yeah, because this is 20 feet by about.
Insane. So this is literally
20 something feet, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it probably is.
Yeah. But I mean, that's good. You're splitting it at least. So it's not like 3,000.
No, it is.
But still, I mean, as a couple, I mean, you could end up saving a lot of money. Because that's when I feel like you could couple hack. Basically, you could cut your costs in half of everything just by becoming a couple. Because that is also extra money that you could have put towards paying off the student loans. Okay, so speaking of then savings, the other thing that I think I was upset about was your dining out and food budget. How is that? Has that improved?
I actually, when I brought coffee today, I made it home.
Great.
I have been making sure I get all my coffee at home because okay, this is bad, but I decided if I Uber every day to and from work, then I'll get my coffee at home to help save that expense because I was spending $20 a day at Starbucks.
How?
Well, I would get my coffee, which was like $6.99.
What coffee? Wait. What coffee is it? Unless you get like a Trenta Frappuccino.
I would get the largest iced caramel macchiato, which was like $5.99. I would always get a bagel and cream cheese, and then I would just get something else for like work for a snack.
Wow. Okay, so I think the car is a big one that you should really be looking today at like getting a car.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, you think you're cutting out from Starbucks, but the reality is that you're now spending double because you're like, if I cut out Starbucks, I can now spend double on Uber.
Yeah.
And now you're spending more money. It's even worse.
I'm moving to Culver City in a month, so then my Uber expenses will be like $3.99 a day to get to this job. But then the thing is, I still will need a car for freelance. So yeah,
you got to get a car regardless, and it's not going to be $3.99.
Yeah,
because they have minimums, so it's always going to be like $7.
True.
That's always the minimum. It's like $6.75, $7.
True.
Yeah, and even more now if Uber has this lawsuit about independent contractors, and they're just going to be like, well, you know what, we're going to raise the prices because we got to make some money. Even worse. So yeah, so I would absolutely end up getting the car.
Okay.
But yeah, I think now is the time where you would probably have to make a change because going to like a nicer apartment, Ubering everywhere, Whole Foods, candles.
I guess I'm already committed to the apartment, so I can't do anything there.
Yeah.
But
you could choose to cut back and the Ubers, the food. Go to Ross. Yeah, because you don't even know the difference between.
No, I don't. That looks so cute.
It's really good. So then, what questions do you have for me besides this? Because that's my advice so far on this.
I guess something that I wanted to ask you about is like savings. What am I saving up for? Like, I don't know what I'm saving up for. What do I do with my savings? Where do I invest it? I don't know anything about investing. I don't even know where to start. And I go on the internet, I'm like, okay, this is too overwhelming. I'm just going to leave my money in my Chase account.
So you start with the main channel. You start with the Stephan channel. That's where you start. You start by subscribing there and smashing the like button if you haven't done that already. As far as what you're saving for, I can't tell you what you're saving for.
Exactly, yeah.
what do you want? I mean, it's a deeper question.
I mean, I guess in the future, I want to have a house.
Okay.
A nice car, and have money saved up for retirement.
Okay. So let's forget the nice car right now,
Okay.
because a nice car can happen anytime. You want to save up for a house. That is something that I think is probably 5 to 8 years away, realistically. Yeah. So I would say that money that you're saving right now should just go in a high interest savings account or put it in like a CD. If it's money you're not going to be touching for a long time. As far as investing is concerned, it's actually super easy. If it's not going to be real estate, I would just do like an index fund. Okay. It's as simple as going on I think Vanguard or Fidelity or any one of those websites. You could sign up for Fidelity. That's a good free one. Yeah. There's a free fund, I think it's called VZROX. VZROX. It's like their free total stock market.
Got it.
All you got to do is buy that.
Okay.
And that's it. It's like a one-stop, just sort of VZROX, and then you're done. Okay. That's it. Okay. That's all you got to do. And all you got to do is just every month, just be like, I'm going to spend $400 on VZROX. Okay. Instead of spending $40. Imagine if you... Here's some shocking stuff here. Let's do this. We're going to do a compound interest calculator. Wow. Do you want to know how much money if instead of spending on Ubers, you just put that you just put that and invested it. Okay. In 40 years, your Uber money would be worth $2.2 million. Seriously, look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dang.
$2.2 million.
Wait, so that's if I put it in a high interest savings account?
That's if you invest it in a
broad
broad
in like the
stock market
or something, the account that you're talking about.
In a broad stock market index fund, and you just do that consistently every day. Okay. For 40 years. Okay. $2.2 million.
Crazy. So that's like speechless. Wow.
That's what I'm saying. So it's as easy as literally just going every month and just setting aside, say, like, you know what, I'm going to put $600 a month, no matter what happens, off the top, at the first of every month, goes into a broad index fund that I'm never going to touch for the rest of my life. Dang. Well, or until you're like 60 or something like that, you know? That's all you got to do.
Wow.
And then start up today, the other thing is a Roth IRA, which you could also do through Fidelity.
Oh, okay, you can?
Yes.
Okay.
So go to Fidelity.
How much money do you recommend putting in that a month? Is it like a set amount?
Yeah, so you could do $6,000 a year. So I would probably do $500 a month.
Okay.
That would be the first investment I think I would do for you.
Even before
anything else.
Okay.
So at the first of every month, instead of going and buying candles, just be like, I'm going to go and put $500 a month in my Roth IRA. Okay. Every single month. And you're going to do $6,000 a year. Yeah. And, the Fidelity broad index, and that's it. Yeah. That's all you got to do on that. And then any leftover money, put it in the savings account.
Okay. Got it. And then another question I have for you regarding credit cards. So right now, I got the Apple card. And I got...
You did?
Yeah, it's cool and metallic.
Oh, no. Okay. Their marketing works, though. You have to say.
I was like, this is so cool.
This is the demographic. This is the demographic. Yes, and it worked. Okay, anyway. Could be worse. It's not as bad.
And then I have a Discover student card that has a $500 limit. Okay. And whenever I use it, it makes my credit score go down like 100 points. It's like so bad.
So let me tell you why. It's because you have a $500 limit.
Okay.
How much are you spending on that card?
If I spend like $100 a month usually, maybe.
Okay. So what that does is it lowers your overall utilization. Okay. So that makes up about 30% of your score is how much credit do you have available versus how much do you use. Because you don't have a lot of credit, if you spend even a few $100s on a card, it shows that you're using like 30% of your credit, and it brings it down. The honest answer is that your credit score does not matter in the short term. No, because it's only going to impact you until you pay it off, and then once you pay it off, it's going to be the same thing anyway. So it doesn't make a big difference. The other thing you could do is just pay off the card before the statement cycle. Yeah. So if you spend $500 on the card, it's not going to report into the end of the billing cycle. So you spend $500, just pay it off a few days later.
Okay.
Don't spend $500.
Exactly.
Don't do that in the first place. But if you did, you would just pay it off a little bit sooner, and that would be the solution to that.
Got it.
But you should also get another credit card in addition to that. You shouldn't just have the two credit. If I were you right now, I'd probably recommend getting the American Express Gold card. I think would be a really good card for you to get. There is a link somewhere. I'll see if I can link to it down below in the description. I think you get 50,000 points when you spend $2,000 in the first 3 months.
Wow, nice.
Which you could spend in like a few days at this rate.
So and I wonder, even if you put your apartment...
You can't.
Or you can't, okay.
No. So you can. There are programs out there that allow you to pay rent with a credit card, but they do charge you a 3% fee. So you're spending more money than I think you would get back
but
in
even putting like...
rewards.
you know, a lot of my expenses like food, and, you know, if I didn't get a car by then, like say I got the card this month and I was still looking for a car, I feel like that would easily add up to $2,000 before.
I have a feeling you'll find a way to spend $2,000 in 3 months. I'm not, for some reason, I'm not concerned that you'll find a way to spend the money. But yeah, I would get the American Express card, and that would be a great card. The reason I like this card for your credit score is because it doesn't report a credit limit. So you could hypothetically go, I'm not telling you to do it, you could hypothetically spend $3,000 on the card.
And it wouldn't.
And it's not going to show as you using 100% of your credit limits. Yeah, because it's unlimited, so it doesn't report that.
Okay, got it.
So.
Got it. How much does credit score impact you? Because, for example, I noticed like mine was 720 last month and now it's like down to 620. How do you work on building that up and like keeping it solid? And is it like, what is that actually like important for? Like getting approved for apartments, loans, that type of thing?
So how to build it up? I think the biggest thing is just time. It's going to take you some time to really build up a big score. Because chances are you haven't had credit for that long.
No,
I'm
I
guessing
haven't.
like 2 years at the very most.
I think it says like a year. Because my student loans were the first thing.
Yeah, that's why. So it's going to take you probably 3 to 5 years to build up a history.
Got it.
And that does impact your score because the longer you've had credit for, the higher the score is going to be. Because you have more experience.
So it just takes time.
It's just going to take time. They also want to see a diversification of different types of credit. So it can't just be a student loan and a credit card, but it should be a student loan. Maybe you get a small auto loan. Maybe you get a lease payment. Maybe you have 5 or 6 credit cards. The more credit you have and the different types of credits you have, the better it's going to impact your score. But besides that, it is going to help you renting an apartment, getting a loan in the first place, getting a low-interest loan, getting a house. Anything that involves you borrowing money. Is going to be what it's going to help you for. And it will, anything really above a 760 or so is perfect anyway. So as long as you can get it above a 760, anything above that, it's all the same thing.
Okay. No, that actually has always been like a question on my mind.
So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Molly, thank you so much for coming on and letting me like roast you a little bit.
Of course.
Embarrass you in front of the internet.
Questions. I appreciate it.
So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, if you've not already subscribed, make sure to destroy the subscribe button, destroy the like button. Go ahead and add me on Instagram. I post it pretty much daily. So if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there. And what else? Also, I just got to pitch this in there. If you guys want 2 free stocks, sign up using the link down below. It's Weeble. When you deposit $100, you get 2 free stocks. One of those stocks is valued up to $1,000. So if you want a chance to do that, just go ahead and use that link down below in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.